Hey, what's up guys? Today I'll show you a romantic fantasy adventure film, Stardust. Spoiler ahead, watch out and take care. On the land of England, a peaceful village called Wall is isolated by a circle of low dry stone wall. Outside the village, there is a magical kingdom called Stormhold, where witches and wizards live, as well as other magical creatures. An old man is sent to guard the only gap in the dry stone wall day and night, because the villagers are forbidden to step into Stormhold. The villager Handsome is so hooked by the beauty and hormones of a blonde girl. However, blonde is nothing but a gold digger that prefers another rich admirer. But she is happy to enjoy Handsome's hormone flirt. On a romantic midnight picnic that costs poor Handsome's life savings, while the two horny youngsters are flirting with each other, a shooting star flashes over their heads and lands somewhere in Stormhold. The trampy blonde promises that she will marry Handsome as long as he brings her the star. Handsome can't waste any time and tries to cross the gap to search for the fallen star. However, he's definitely not a match to the old guard, who just knocks him down like a piece of shit, forcing Handsome to flee away with a bruised eye. Back home, seeing his innocent son is bothered by some dirty hormone shit, Handsome's dad then shows him a short chain with a shocking secret. 19 years ago, the father sneaked out of the gap and met a woman in a market in the magical kingdom. The woman forced to sell him a flower in exchange for her deep-to-throat tongue massage service. Driven by her straightforward hormone hint, the father played a 2-minute hormone game with a woman in her master's caravan. Fantastic, but too fast. Later, the woman explained that she is the princess of Stormhold, but kept as a slave by an ugly red hair witch, who tied her with an enchanted chain that could never be broken. Just like the tango, it takes two to play a hormone game. The father returned to Wall and spent 9 boring months without hormones let go. One day, however, the fat baby Handsome was brought to him by the guard, together with a letter from Handsome's mom and a magical candle. According to the letter, the candle can take one to wherever he wants after it is lit. Then the father lights the candle, making Handsome disappear momentarily in a bright flash. Handsome is soon sent to the crater, where he flies into a strange girl's arms. He realizes that's because he's thinking about the shooting star's landing place when the candle burns. He hopes to get information about the shooting stars from the strange girl. Surprisingly, the girl says she is the shooting star, and her name is Yvaine. Yvaine is shot down by a gemstone necklace, and thus falls from the sky. On the other hand, just a while ago, in a tall palace of Stormhold, the prince murdered one of his brothers by pushing him out of a window, so that fewer heirs to the throne were left. Soon the newly dead prince's soul joined his other 3 dead brothers' spirits. It turns out the dead prince's souls are cursed to wander around their alive brothers until a new king is crowned. After murdering his 11 brothers to secure his power, the old dying king was rather happy to see his sons were following his example. On account of his missing daughter, the dying king didn't want to designate a crowned prince among the 3 alive princes, but announced an untraditional way. He took off his necklace and erased the red color off from a huge ruby pendant by magic, saying whoever can recolor the ruby will be the next king. The 3 princes waited until their father lost his last breath and tried to grab the floating necklace. However, the necklace flew out and went higher until it happened to hit a shooting star, which bounced the necklace back all the way down to the ground. The shooting star became Yvaine, and she put the necklace on, believing that it's a gift and compensation to the fallen angel. After knowing Yvaine is the shooting star, Handsome ties her with the short magical chain his father gave him, planning to present her as a gift to the trampy blonde. Yvaine agrees to follow Handsome to Wall only if he sends her back to the sky by using the rest of his magical candle. After walking a long time, Yvaine needs to take a rest. Handsome ties her to a tree, then goes to find food. When the night falls again, a unicorn comes out of the woods and frees Yvaine. She then runs away on the unicorn in heavy rain, and is soaking wet when she arrives at a roadside inn. The landlady serves Yvaine a warm bath, a comfortable bed, and even offers to massage Yvaine with her fingers, instead of her soft tongue. However, when Yvaine closes her eyes, the landlady reaches a knife under the bed, and about to cut Yvaine's heart out. It's shown that the landlady is actually a dark witch, who also sees the shooting star with her 2 shitty sisters. To regain their youth, the 3 saggy-faced witch sisters had feasted on a heart of a girl, who was a fallen star hundreds of years ago. Unfortunately, the power of a star heart runs out slowly in the past few hundred years, resulting in their horrible saggy face again. Yvaine's appearance brings hope to the witch sisters. After eating the last bit of the star heart they have left, one of them transforms into a young woman and plays the landlady, waiting to hunt for Yvaine's heart as planned. When the Dark Witch is about to cut Yvaine's heart out, someone bangs on the door heavily. It is a prince with a messy beard, who requires accommodation for a night due to the pouring rain. Minutes ago, Handsome convinced this prince to give him a ride in his carriage after they encountered each other in the woods, so they searched forward in the dark and finally happened to find the horse tail. Due to the interruption, the Dark Witch planned to finish the annoying messy bearded prince first. She offers him a cup of poisoned wine. However, the messy bearded prince vows to take nobody's drink after he sees one of his brothers gets killed by poisoned wine. The impatient Dark Witch grabs her knife under Yvaine's bed and slits the prince's throat while he is soaking himself in the bath. Handsome comes into the hall after he rests the horses in the stable and sees the Dark Witch approaches Yvaine with a knife. Handsome lights the rest of his magic candle in the fire that the Dark Witch creates to trap them. Then, he and Yvaine escape in a blast as soon as the candle is lit. However, Handsome and Yvaine are bothered by their different choices of going to the wall or the sky. The candle fulfills both of their wishes and brings them to a piece of cloud up in between. While they are blaming each other for making them end up in such a crappy place, surrounded by lighting and heavy rain, a huge net comes out of nowhere and drags the two down to a flying ship that contains a crew who hunts and sells lighting for a living. The kind captain transforms Handsome into an attractive and capable man by teaching him how to dress smartly to show his hormone magnet. Meanwhile, the captain teaches Yvaine how to dance. Under the encouragement of the captain, Handsome and Yvaine turn more intimate than before. After a happy journey on the ship, the captain offers Handsome a tube of lightning before he drops off Handsome and Yvaine. Yvaine is willing to go to the wall with Handsome and helps him win his trampy blonde. On the way to wall, they encounter the red hair witch. Handsome asks her for a ride. The grumpy red hair witch transfers Handsome into a mouse and totally ignores Yvaine, who is trying to fight her. However, the red hair cannot see or touch Yvaine just because she has been cursed by the Dark Witch, who tries to get rid of any rival for the heart of the fallen star. Looking at the lovely new Handsome, Yvaine tells her admiration to him. Luckily, the red hair later removes her curse on Handsome and drops the two in a market near the wall. In a hotel, Handsome and Yvaine confess their love for each other and spend a fantastic but lightning-fast hormone night. The next morning, Handsome cut a lock of Yvaine's hair and goes downstairs, asks the servant to tell Yvaine that he is going to end what's between him and the trampy blonde, and he will come back to be with Yvaine forever. There, Blonde loves to see this fresh Handsome with hormone magnet and want to offer her blonde body to him immediately. Handsome presents Yvaine's hair to Blonde and admits that he is into another girl. He intends to show her Yvaine's hair in the handkerchief, which however, has turned into stardust, scaring the shit out of Blonde's admirer in an instant. Right then, Handsome realizes that Yvaine cannot survive in the human world. Otherwise, she will be turned into dust. Handsome rushes back to the Gap anxiously, hoping to stop Yvaine from staying in wall. Yvaine feels cheated when she wakes up with no Handsome around and plans to find the hormone hunter back herself. Unfortunately, she encounters the Dark Witch and the Red Hair Witch at the Gap. The two witches fall into a fight. But after killing the red hair with her last magical power, the Dark Witch changes into a saggy-faced old woman. Then, she takes the red hair slave, Handsome's mom, and Yvaine to her place. Following the guard's instructions, Handsome arrives at the Dark Witch's place and sees the last alive prince coming to fight for the necklace. Then, the Prince in Black and Handsome start their fight with the Witch Sisters. During the chaos, Prince in Black knives one Witch Sister down, while Handsome sets free the animals the witch is kept and tortured, causing another Witch Sister to be devoured immediately. With the magic played on a voodoo doll, the Dark Witch easily takes control of the rampaging Prince in Black. She tortures him a lot before drowning him finally. Now 7 princes are all dead, and their spirits are joined together for a happy family reunion. At that critical moment, by use of the tube of lightning given by the captain, Handsome strikes the Dark Witch down. Yvaine is set free eventually. The horny two hug passionately and express their love to each other. Thanks to the non-hormone hug, a strong power is activated out of Yvaine, which finally kills the Dark Witch. After picking up the gemstone, he is astonished to see it slowly turns into a ruby. The mom, the missing princess of Stormhold, says that Handsome is the rightful heir to the king of Stormhold because he has recolored the ruby. Thanks to that, the wandering spirits of the 7 princes are set free. Handsome's mom is a free person now, since her master, the Red Hair Witch, is dead. At the coronation ceremony, Handsome is crowned to be the new king, with his queen Yvaine sitting next to him, and his parents' reunion of love. This is Daniel CC Movie Channel. Peace out.